Hello, my little mathematicians. Today we're going to review the coordinate plane. As always, I normally like you sometimes to try it yourself, but to give me some direction first, see if you can label the different quadrants of which one's 1, 2, 3, and 4. If which direction this is it positive or negative in this quadrant for X and Y? So for instance, I'll give you a hint. In this quadrant, to be in here, you would go left and then up. So that would be X is negative and the Y is positive. So see if you can figure out these directions to be in this quadrant, the directions to be in this quadrant, and the directions to be in this quadrant. Okay, and to give you a hint, X first, Y second. The first one tells you right or left. If it's positive, you go right. If it's negative, you go left. The second number tells you up or down. If it's positive, you go up. If it's negative, you go down. So see if you can figure those out and then label the quadrants. For this one, imagine that was there. Okay. So they want to know, is A reflected over the X or Y axis to become that point, the image of A. So right here, here's where it starts. And then to become this image, did it reflect over the X or Y axis? And then see if you can label the new point that it became. Okay, and then same thing with B. Did that one reflect over the X or Y axis to move there? And then for these, see if you can label those points. Okay, so pause the video, try them. And now you unpaused, you're back with us. Okay, so first of all, to label the quadrants, I always draw a big C for coordinate plane. And then I follow the C and trace it. So here's quadrant 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. And yes, they like to use Roman numerals in order to do your 4 quadrants. So to be in quadrant 1, you go right and up. So that would be 2 positives. Here, to be in quadrant 4, you go right and then down. So right would be positive, down would be negative. And to be in quadrant 3, you go left and then down. So left is negative and down is also negative. Okay. The next thing we said was right here. Start at A, and then the image of A, what axis did it just flip over to become there? It's reflected over this line. What line is that? That's the x-axis. And then B, to B1, or the image of B, it started here and then it flipped over to go there. What line did it flip over? It flipped over this line, which is the y-axis. Okay, and what's the coordinate point for B1? It's over 1, down 2. What about A1? What's that point? It went left 3 and then down 4. Okay, so that was a little refresher. Now for these ones, can you label those? Well, A went left 3 and then up 2. B went left as well, left 3, but this time down how many? It went down 3. C went to the right 1, and down how many? 3. And finally, D went over to the right 1, and then up 2. Okay, for an added bonus, I want you to pretend that this is point E and this is point F. Can you label E and F for me? Added bonus. Okay, for E, how far over did it go? Went over nothing. And then how far up? Went up 4. Okay, and then for F, it went over 3 and up nothing. So see how when it's on this line, it goes over nothing. So X is 0. You just put where it hits on the Y-axis. And then for this one, it goes up nothing. So Y is 0, but it hits on the X-axis at 3. So X is 3. And there you go. That's what we needed to remember for the coordinate plane. Congratulations at mastering yet another standard.